Hi all, so I'm doing this tag video that I got tagged by Yarn Joy Crochet podcast. I think it's right, Terry, anyway. I'll link her in the description. My brain is not working, I'm very tired. I wrote them all down, so hopefully I won't miss any because I'll never remember them all. But I'm just going to answer the questions, and this is quite fun because I haven't actually done a little chatty video for a while. I've just been doing my puzzle videos because I haven't really had much to tell and show apart from hand-dyed yarn, because that's all I've been doing for my stalls. So this give me something to do, won't it? I'll say who I'm going to tag at the end, but we'll get on with the questions, shall we? So the first one is, have I ever crocheted in public? Yes. Crocheted, knit, woven, spun, you name it, I've done it in public. I take it with me everywhere. If you invite me somewhere, you invite whatever project I'm working on that's portable. Because I always do. I have to have something in my hand. So yes, definitely done crocheted in public. Have I crocheted in a car? Yes. And I've knit in a car. On the way to Scotland, my husband does the driving, I don't drive. I've always got a project in my hand. We don't go to Scotland anymore, but we used to go up there regularly to visit my sister before I moved up there, and then after I moved back we still went up and visited my sister. So I always had crochet on the go or a knitting project on the go. I can even do it in the dark. I worked out because we used to travel overnight. So yes, I definitely crocheted in the car. Crocheted outside, yeah. I take something with me when I do my stalls, and I always have a project on the go. So recently I've done a project over at my local village recreational ground. We had a picnic in the park, we had some stalls, and I actually took my crochet, my knitting, my spinning wheel, my inkle loom, my rigid heedle loom. I took them all and done a bunch of it while I was there. Crocheted at work. Back when I used to have a proper job, I did. I think it was more knitting than crochet. I can't remember. I think it was more knitting than crochet, but I always had a project in my bag. And now, of course, it is my job, so I'm always crocheting at work. Number 5, sold crochet. Yes, that is my business. I sell the stuff that I make, including crochet items that I've made and knitted items and woven items, all that. So, yep, I'm always selling it. Number 6, given crochet is a gift. Yes, a lot. My nieces and nephews have had a lot of toys, which actually answers a question down there I'll do later. But I've made them, and I've also made them hats and little dresses and things and little booties, and done blankets. Almost all of my immediate family have had a blanket from me at some point over their life. There's a lot. So yes, a lot as gifts. Have I received crochet as a gift? I took part in a Christmas bauble swap with Crochet No Name, Catchy No Name, Ella, I've forgotten. I'm so bad with channel names, but anyway, several years ago I took part in one of them, and I received this awesome snowman crochet bauble thing, which was on my tree. And if you ever saw my Christmas tree videos going up, you would have seen it on there. So yes, I have received that as a gift, as part of a swap. Anything else? I think I'm the only one who really does crocheting things in my family, so no one's gave me a gift like that. But I have received it from a swap, so that counts, doesn't it? What did we get? That was given and received, so 8. Hoarded yarn on sale. Who hasn't? Yes, if back when I was working with acrylic yarns and synthetic yarns, if there was a good sale on yarn, I'd buy a lot of it because, you know, it's a bargain. Why would you say no? Don't do that so much now because I work with more natural fibres, and that can get a little expensive, so I don't actually have much of a stash. But before, yes, hoarded a lot of yarn. 9, have I spun my own yarn? Yes. I've actually been spinning properly now. See, I started my craft group in September, and that happened to a couple of ladies who spin their own yarn, came along with their spinning wheels, and they taught me to use my spinning wheel, which was funny because I was about to give it away because I didn't know how to use it. And they taught me to use it, and I've spun from the September to the November. Then I took November and December off. Then I spun all the way through January, ran out of fibre, and started again in May. And I actually got some alpaca fleece from up the road. The former pub actually has 3 alpacas, and they gave me the fleece, and I've been spinning that. I'll probably show that at some point. If you've seen any of my little shorts of spinning, I'm spinning the alpaca fleece there. So yes, I have spun my own yarn. It's getting better and better, and it's now in a usable state. So I'm quite happy with it. Hopefully, I hope to start selling it soon. A bit more practice. I'm getting it balanced. I'm getting it more even now. But we're getting there. So number 10, spend hours looking at patterns. Oh god, so many hours. I don't want to think how many hours I've spent looking. I've spent entire days looking for a pattern. If I've got something in mind that I want to do, and it has to be right. So I have spent many hours looking at patterns. You kind of go down to a rabbit hole, don't you, when you see it all. But it's fun. Number 11, stayed up all night to crochet. Yes, going back many years ago when I was selling on Etsy, and some of you might remember there was a craze for mermaid towels. I made the crocodile stitch versions, and they were like 6 foot long towels, and I actually had so many orders that I had a waiting list, and I was pulling all-nighters to knock them all out before Christmas. Some of them got them after Christmas. They were told they were never going to get them before Christmas, and they were finally on a waiting list. But yes, many long nights crocheting and knitting and all sorts. Number 12, cancelled plans to crochet. Yes. Yes, I have. I'm not always a very social person. If I'm with my health, if I'm not feeling very well or something, I will cancel a plan and just sit and crochet instead. And there's been times I've had so many orders I've had to cancel plans so I could crochet. So yes, I have. Excuse me a minute. Just get a drink. Sorry. I could pause and edit, but then I have to put 2 videos together, and I'm trying to do this all in one. Because I'm just recording it on my phone, so it gets done quicker. And then I can get it out to you guys today. So, where do we get? We've done all that. Cancel plans. So, 13. Taking on a huge project. I'd say yes. You might remember I done the Rings of Change blanket. I've actually done it twice now. I got the pattern in a competition giveaway from Blue Cherub. I can't remember the numbers, but Kim, another YouTuber, and I won the Rings of Change pattern from her. And yeah, I done that, and it's actually now in my youngest son's bedroom. He nicked it as soon as I finished it. Never got to use it, but he enjoyed it. So let's see. Have I ever gotten bored with a project? Number 14. Yes. And I just put it aside, and then eventually I took it apart. I don't like sewing pieces together. So for some reason, I decided to do an illusion blanket where you had to make individual things and sew them together. I got quite far in building the individual things, but I never wanted to sew it. I was bored of it. I was over it. So I just threw the lot away. So yeah, I have got bored with projects. Some I can time out, I can put away and come back to it later, but that one, yeah, no, I was so bored, it was gone. 15, skipped work to crochet. No, I mean, it is my work, and I suppose sometimes I've worked on personal projects instead of work for the business. Does that count? But I've not, like, had a job and called in sick to crochet. So 16, had a project ruined by a pet. No, we don't have pets. You're not allowed pets in the house anyway, because we rent. But even if we were, we wouldn't have pets because my business is pet free, so that there's no allergies or things. So nope, never had a project ruined by a pet. 17 is had I ever had a project ruined by a child? Luckily, no. My kids were really good. They never messed with my projects. They may move them every so often, but they were pretty good. They didn't mess anything up. Everything was really cool. So I'm quite lucky, to be fair. 18. Have I crocheted anything wearable? Yes. I've made skirts, I've made hats, I've made cardigans, I've made shawls, I've made tops. My Ravelry has some of them on them. I don't have any of them to show at the moment, but yes, I've made quite a few wearables. 19, crochet toys. Yes. Some of you know that my toys, I used to sell crochet toys, and they went through all the safety testing. You have to torture them and everything and burn them and all sorts. I no longer do that because it's just not cost effective, but I have, and I do enjoy doing them. So 20, bartered with my crochet. Probably. Can't think of anything right now, but I probably have. I often do skill swaps and things, so I probably bartered with my sister to do me something and I did her that or something, I don't know. But more than likely I have. 21, made crochet to donate. Yes. Crochet, knitting, several different things. Hats and baby blankets and things for hospitals, or I've made things to donate to raffle prizes for charity events and things. So yeah, made a few things for donating. 22, had more than 5 whips. I don't think I've ever had less than 5 whips. I think I have 10 items on the go at the moment. I'm always having multiple projects. To be fair, they're not all crochet. They are multiple different, they're knitting, they're crochet, they're weaving, they're all sorts. But yes, I very rarely have less than 5 things on the go because I just keep picking random things to do. 23, received yarn as a gift. Yes, a lot. It did get to the point my children banned me from putting any craft supplies on my gift list because I had so much. Well, at least they said I had so much. I didn't think I did personally. But yes, I've received a lot of yarn as gifts. My boys and my mum at one point also bought me various different yarns. So yeah, a lot. 24, unraveled one project to start another. Yes, I have. There are some stuff when I get bored of them and I don't know them and put them aside. Instead of carrying on with them, if I really don't like them, I rip them out and I turn them into a new project. I've done that a lot. There's some stuff it doesn't quite work out how you envisioned. So I've just taken it apart and reused it for something else that looks much better. 25, designed a pattern. Yes, I have quite a few patterns I've designed. They're up on my blog. Some of them are actually on my channel as tutorials, little teddies, wrist warmers, shawls, hairpin lace shawls and things. There's been a lot of different projects I've done. So yes, I have designed my own patterns. They're not necessarily great patterns, but they are designed and they work and people have used them and told me they've enjoyed them. So must be doing something right. 26, have I published a pattern? Well, on my blog, does that count? I've not had a link in any magazines or books, but they are on my blog and on my YouTube channel. So self-published, I suppose you could say. 27, have I worked with crochet thread? I have. I used to do little earrings and things with crochet thread, but I don't do it very much because it's very fiddly and my hands hurt when I do it, and my eyesight's not so good anymore. 28, have I taught 1 to 5 people to crochet? Yes, I have, and that kind of goes with number 29, if I taught more than 5 people to crochet. Yes, I've been teaching people to crochet for quite a few years. Some people more success than the others, especially when they're left-handed. I can do it left-handed because I am ambidextrous, but I'm predominantly right-handed, so I'm not so great with it. But yes, I've taught plenty of people to crochet, and hopefully some of them stuck at it. And then number 30, do I dye my own yarn? yes, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you would have seen various things of my yarn going up, and if you're on my socials, you would have seen photos of my yarn. My favourite yarn I dye is actually the fluorescent neon colours, because they are black light UV reactive and they glow, and that's just so cool. But yeah, I do the hand dye cotton and linen and merino and silk and bamboo, all sorts. I really like it, and that's part of my business. I have a very large supply of hand dyed yarn that, if you've been watching my shorts, you probably would have seen on my stalls. So that's them all. So hopefully that was helping. Got through it in about 15 minutes. That's not too bad. I probably spoke a little fast, but I wanted to make sure I get it done and it's not too long. And so people I'm going to tag, I don't know who's been tagged and who hasn't, because I'm very behind on my videos. So I'm just going to say some people that I can think of, which is Dear Designs, Denise. I don't know if you've done this yet. You probably have, but I'll tag you anyway, just in case you haven't. Ruthie from Pink Pumpkin Crochet. I know you haven't done a video for one. I think I remember you saying you weren't sure what to do to get back into it. So maybe this will be like it has for me and help get you doing it. So hopefully maybe Ruth will do it. No one has to do it if they don't want to, but there's people I'm just thinking of. I'm so behind. I don't know who else is still doing videos. I'm just going to tag those two. So Denise and Ruthie, because they might do. I don't know. What about Randy? Is Randy from Random Ramblings? Has she done it yet? If not, I'll tag her as well. That's a few people, isn't it? Because I would have thought Jan Clover's probably been tagged and already done it. I'm not sure. But otherwise, I tag anyone who wants to do it. You can just join in and have some fun. How about that? I'll try to remember to include all the questions down in the description, as well as the people I've tagged. And then they can decide if they want to do it or not. But that's it. So that was fun to do. It's been a while since I've done that, so that was good fun. Thank you for the tag, Terry. It's been really cool to do it. But I will see you all later. You all take care. Bye.